What is this idol group? I think it'll succeed for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it's gonna succeed. Good day, good people. Yes. It's another fine day in the year of the Zenith. Tune like Dave. Anomaly, the Anomaly Spew. Know me as the man who's ready to get this show on the road. But to most, I'm the United States Saber. Welcome back to another phenomenal, fantastic, and absolutely show-stopping episode of the start of the end of preseason. That's right. We're about to head into season 11. In the Danganronpa Hunger Games. Today, this is the last opportunity for certain teams to make it into the championship episode premiere of the Hunger Games for tag team action. This will be the last time some of these, maybe many of these teams see themselves join forces. So they gotta fight for what's right. But they're not just fighting for those top 6 spots. You know what they're fighting for. They're fighting for the Agent of Chaos spot. The privilege to force the champion to defend. And with a slight rule addition, I'm excited to say, it should be an exciting season. First of all, you're like, why are the champions here? We'll explain that later. But I also kind of just wanted to, make sure that the champions had a more prominent role during preseason since, this is the only real time the season finale winners would get to see their championship sprites in use. So I was like, let's make sure the champs are in some of these episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let's go ahead and introduce everyone who's here. You already know who's here. Hired Hand. Where's my glove? Former Agents of Chaos rock on. Former Agents of Chaos horn bearers too, right next to each other. I never noticed. Selfless saviors are here as well as hashtag spoiled. The hashtag. Wolfpack is here. Brute Force. Corrupted Code also. Former Agents of Chaos. Some of those teams will break up though. Brute Force. Corrupted Code I already said. Shorty Sleepover. Unlucky Adventure Team, the Wool Managers. Jailbirds. Robotics Club. Cutting Words. To Be Me. A Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical. Kirigiri Protection Agency. Do You Remember? Bob Squad. Watching the World Burn. Cat Owners Paradise. Sinister Side. I feel like Sinister Side should be Agents of Chaos at some point. Parsnip, Heart Healthy Diet, Mama and Daddy, Well-Fed Athletes, Seeking Justice, The Apothecary, Identity Crisis, Carry On, Kiss from a Rose, Shatter Machine, God Mode, Strong and Soft, United We Fall, Unhealthy Obsessions, Pinky and the Brain, Manga Mayhem had such a dominant season last season, but couldn't claim any of the gold at the end. Can they walk out with Chaos today? Perhaps, but they had a grand scheme to stop, as well as the Sugar Daddies, Concealed Blades, Royal Shepherds, Unhinged Commanders, Eternally Internal, Final Gambit, Sour Patch Kids, Retirement Home, Accessorize, the Himbros, the Mets, baby. Love those Mets. Hit a home run, Mets. Mets are doing great this season, too. Mathletes, Anthropology, and Set of Pipes with the Key Takamichi and... Make your picks, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Tell me what your dream 6 going on would be. Because right now, we have Hired Hand, Offspring of Chaos, Capture the Moment, Friendly Fisticuffs, Headphone Vibing, and Beauty Sleep already in that championship premiere, and 6 teams will join them. Who will join them? I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe it's time for you guys to make those picks. Top 6, make those picks. And without further ado, let me explain that it's not just for a spot in that championship premiere. Or the top 2 also go on to the Champion of Champions title, the singles title. But the winning team becomes the Agents of Chaos. What does that mean? What does that entail? Well, generally, 5% chance to start every time that wheel spins. The champion could be forced to defend the title. And if it does not hit, if chaos does not reign, well, the wheel percentage goes up. Next time will be 10%, then 15, 20, 25, 30, until it hits if it does hit. But if it doesn't hit, the Agent of Chaos just goes on to the championship match themselves. And how much more chaotic can that be? However, we're going to play around with one little addition. The Agents of Chaos, after Chaos reigns, they kind of become a thing of the past. They kind of just become a lost cause, written off. This season, it's not boundless chaos, so no, it's not going to be like, oh, 10%, and next episode's still going to be 15%. No, if Chaos reigns, the Agents of Chaos still have their job to do. It'll drop all the way back down to 5% the next time the wheel is spun, and it'll go up and up and up again. There's a chance that we might hit a couple of championship episodes, it might just be one, it might hit none. However, that doesn't come with just a bonus for the Agents of Chaos. Hit me up with that. Thank you. The champions are here for one reason. They're here for tag team champions everywhere. Fuyuko and Maki, if they somehow win, second place would become the Agents of Chaos. However, they earn the tag team title holders the ability to block Chaos reigning. If Chaos reigns, if Chaos does reign, if Fuyuhiko and Maki do win, they earn the block. That gives them a 50% chance to stop Chaos from reigning. To stop it. To halt it in its tracks, and if they hit the block, then the wheel still drops all the way back down to 5%, but that only happens if Fuyuhiko and Maki are able to topple this entire field. It's possible. If anyone can do it, Fuyuhiko and Maki can do it. I believe in them. However, it's unlikely that it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen in singles, maybe in OC action or OC tag team action. I'm not entirely certain, but that's what's going on this season. That's not the gimmick this season. I know what the gimmick is now. I locked in on it, but I can't. I could reveal it now, but I don't want to reveal it until after the premieres. Yeah, yeah, I'm up to something, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're ready for it. Yeah, I'm really up to something. So it's one of those things where I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Then I was like, but what if I also did this? And what if it had this implications? And then I was like, you know what? Now I really like this gimmick. I'm here for it. It'll give you people to root for. That's all I'm gonna say that's all I'm gonna say for right now. I'm actually really excited for this one. It'll be a true battle this season. Anyway. Who do you got? What do you got? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Make sure you make those picks. If I had to pick my top three, give me the Hornberries back. I want them to be two-time Agents of Chaos. I want them to join Kotoko in that field. Give me Parsnip, Genocide Jack, and Turnip Boy. I just feel it. I feel it for them. And then give me, who's been quiet? The Sugar Daddies. Izzy, former tag team champion, but I want the Sugar Daddies to be Agents of Chaos. Those are my three picks. Will they be great? Will they be tremendously terrible? I'm not certain, but I do know that there is only one way, and one way alone, to start this bad boy. And that is to... I'm sorry? Where are you going? Wait, no, stop, what? What did you do? Hi. Can you do? You broke the camera, Asmir. You broke the. I'm peeved. Well, I guess we're. No, I'm not doing this. Freaking. Put this back down. I can't. The whole set. You moved the whole set. Why? One roll. Oh! Fuck! You know, sometimes the best moments just can't be scripted. We're re-simulating. Not one time. Not 2 times. Not 3. Not 4. But let me tell you. For Agent of Chaos action to put a cap onto preseason, we start things off in tag team action by re-simulating for the spiciest of RNG a grand total of 5 times. And with that, our Agents of Chaos are about to be set. We've had a rich history of great Agents of Chaos. But who will go against Hired Hand today? And will Hired Hand earn the block? Let's go on, let's find out, let's proceed, and we will see that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it will not be Togami unless his team carries on for him, because as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horns they all sound, so can we please, horn bearers? Sound the horns. Most excellent. Shall we? That's not right. Now we shall. Rantaro comes to the arena to capture a dangerous killer that escaped from an insane asylum. Boss bashes Togami's head with a mace. Boss, how could you? Love you though. Taka finds a teleporter and teleports them to the Despair Dimension. This sparks the question of who would build a teleporter to the Despair Dimension. It could have been me. Munakata runs away from the cornucopia. KG stays at the cornucopia for supplies. Hilda. It's Hilda. Hilda? She's not in this game. Oh, that's Hina. But maybe I want Hilda back. Put some Hildas in the put some Hildas in the tag team box. Celeste grabs 2 swords and spins rapidly on the spot, cleaving Bennett, Vike, and Mew. Celeste is not playing games today. Chisa clutches the first aid kit and runs away. Sato runs away from the cornucopia. Lawrence kills Shuichi for his supplies. Goodness gracious. Daisaku and Chie wrestle over a bag. Juzo comes in, throws pocket sand into both of them, allows them to snatch the bag with ease. You know what? His jacket probably got some pretty deep pockets. Claude finds a torn photo of Nagito with the word friend scribbled on the back. Sometimes it's hard to tell Nagito. Turner Boy runs away from the cornucopia. Reiko and Paimon immediately become friends. You know what? I don't know why, I kinda believe that, I kinda buy that. Oda runs away from the cornucopia. Fret was spacing out during the dice roll and wonders if it landed on a 1. No. It was delightful. It landed on a 5 on my cranium. Crom finds a vision in the cornucopia. Why would the Archons leave something like that here? He's got the brand and he's got a vision? Goodness gracious. Yui begs for one of Joe's weapons. He feels bad, reluctantly gives it to Yui, who immediately kills Joe with it. Yui is not playing games either. She knows. She's got to protect those Kirigiris. Jin is not here yet. Razor, on the other hand, snatches a bottle of alcohol in a rag. Azuru enters the arena via skydiving. Unfortunately, the parachute didn't open and Azuru falls right on top of Kai, taking them both out of this one. Mama steps off her podium too soon and blows up. You're in the finale already. Not the finale, you're in the 11 premiere singles. So it would have been nice to have you, but it's not too late for you. It's not too late for you. Terratello's been dillying and dallying on an essay that's due by the end of the episode. Now they have to work on it while also trying not to get killed. Someone has to start this essay and win the game. That's also on my list. Someone finishing their essay by winning the game and then also getting a janitor. Sucrose falls into despair. Oh no, she refuses to though. Nekomaru bashes Shinyan's head in with a mace. Nekomaru knows that Shinyan was part of the Agents of Chaos last season. He's like, not this time. Ryoko comes to the arena to capture Kana, a dangerous killer that's escaped from an insane asylum. So, Mondo, Yasuke start fighting, but Mondo runs away as So kills Yasuke. So was like, my partner's done it, so I'm gonna do it too. Dimitri severely injures Mukuro but puts her out of her misery. Gaius and Makoto fight for a bag. Makoto gives up and retreats. Dojima takes a spear from his other cornucopia. Maki finds a teleporter. It teleports her right behind me. What's good, Maki? You know, I love it. She's right over there, see? Good luck. Monica runs away from the cornucopia. Kizakura begins working on a plan to overthrow Monokuma. Yukiko comes to the arena to capture Seiko, a dangerous killer escaped from an insane asylum. You know what? Some days I buy that. Yuta decides to head back to the cornucopia to look for supplies that could have been left during the bloodbath, but all that he finds in the middle of the arena is nothing. The cornucopia is not there. Where could it have gone? I know. Shoka and Sarah fall in love at first sight. Despite the circumstances, Usami runs away from the cornucopia. Shiki takes a handful of throwing knives. Hajime and Kari are resurrected by the Lich King to kill the other tributes. Quark runs away from the corner. There's a big uh-oh down there. Chihiro, Cork, and Sonya run away from the cornucopia. However, Tiki spies a large flashing red button amongst the supply. She recklessly presses it, and Taichi, Leon, Jin, Kazuha, Nikon, Mai, Beat, Marco, and Corey spontaneously combust. Edelgard runs away from the cornucopia. Jeez Louise, Tiki. You could have just breathed some fire, but instead you're like, I'll just leave the button to do its work. Kaito comes into the arena on a rare mount, making Himiko and Yosuke rather jealous. Incredibly so. Jotaro throws a killer beehive at Daddy, but when the hive bursts open, they run after Jotaro and they sting him to death. Rest in peace to him. Peko kills Izio as he tries to run. That's one of my picks, Peko. What are you doing? Naoto gets down on one knee and proposes to Kyoko. Kyoko laughs at Naoto and continues to do so as she leaves her there. Not Naoto. Don't break Naoto's heart like that. Nani Achiaki runs away from the cornucopia. Natsumi does as well, and does Kibo, and so does Komaru and Kaede. Everyone's just running. Track stars out here. Kokichi kills Alice as he tries to run. Alice was trying to be a track star. He was trying to be a track star too, and you, Kokichi, why would you do that to the good boy? Ryoma is sick and tired of these reptiles, grabs a hat, grabs a net, and joins AV's animal control baby. Mizuki finds some AV-shaped popsicles in the cornucopia. Ruka breaks Kotoko's nose for a basket of bread. Akane finds a teleporter and teleports her to the Despair Dimension. This sparks the question of who would build a teleporter there in the first place. Tengen runs away from the cornucopia, as does the End, as does Fat Togami, but Aiko grabs a machete. Toko finds a beginner's guide to cooking Tharjas. Tharja's amazed and horrified at the level of detail, but she's probably got a pretty weird grimace going on right now. George watches with envious. Gonta and Crazy Oko extra large kiss before leaving the cornucopia. I didn't know that. Who knew that they were hitting it off like that? Good on you. Mazel tov. Ranger stays at the cornucopia for resources. Kei gets down on one knee, proposes to Leone, but Leone actually accepts, and they happily skip away together. I ship it. Tinko tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a mistake and that he's a degenerate male. Haiji actually does skydive into the arena. Mahiru, Monokuma, and Crazy Yoko get into a fight, and you would expect Crazy Yoko and Mahiru to take down Monokuma, but instead Mahiru takes them both out. She takes out Monokuma first, and then Crazy Yoko's like, yeah, high five! And Mahiru takes her out too and says, long live the queen. Ibuki ignores the game, goes looking for food. Takamichi, Nagisa, and the Raiden Shogun get into a fight, but the key Takamichi kills them both. There's been a lot of duels during this bloodbath. A lot of triple threat matches. Mitarai has been dealing in— oh my gosh, not again. Oh gosh, there's a bunch of people in one event. Oh no. Ningguang, don't tell me you did it. Dilling and dalling, he's got to get that essay done. Mono refuses to fall into despair. Sayaka runs away from the cornucopia. Kumi begs for one of Kanji's weapons. He feels bad, gives it to Kurumi. Ningguang and Ifumi invite Iris, Mishima, Hisano, Hiro, Sakura, Kazuichi, Maya, and Tenmyoji to a party. A super kick party! Ningguang and Ifumi hit everyone with some sweet chin music, one after another, kicking all of their heads clean off, which means those guys are all out, but Ningguang and Ifumi, they did not skip leg day. Minamimoto refuses to fall into despair. Kyutaro also refuses. Noah was spacing out. She was like, was it a 1? Oh goodness gracious. Tsumugi smashes Genocide Jack across the face with a brick, but Genocide Jack was like, you're gonna pay for that, homie. Junko sets Marie on fire with a Molotov. Fuiko stays at the cornucopia for resources, and Kana runs away from the cornucopia. We lost a ton. 2 big events, and then a lot of small duels as well. We will proceed though. And Reiko, Himiko, George hold an intervention for my pancake addiction, which doesn't exist, so I'm not coming. Crom and Ifumi enter a rebuttal showdown. Kei spins so fast that he becomes a human Beyblade. Nekomaru puts cat ears on Sucrose. She's very embarrassed about that. You know what? That's another set of ears for her, I guess. Mondo and Noel want to raise the bar. In fact, they are the bar. Mizuki sees smoke rise in the distance, decides not to investigate. Ryoma beats boss with a steel chair. Yosuke can't wait to kill Sayaka this game. Well, you have a chance. Toko sees a completely still, a pale Gaius wash ashore, unmoving. Toko revives him with CPR for a moment. Shiki thought that she saw Jonko in Omama? Obviously, she was just saying things, right? Juzo receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Tengen uses Christmas magic to change the month back to December. KG pimp slaps, hold on. Pimp slaps Gonta right off of a cliff. Nothing to Gonta. I love Gonta the best, but I love the sound of a pimp slap off of a cliff. It's the best sound in the world. Fret and Kanji look for more people to become friends with. Karumi wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. Daisaku and Komaru hunt for other tributes. Kibo gets so absorbed with chasing a butterfly that he follows it right off of a cliff. Yuta hunts for other tributes. Fuyiko and Kanon are sitting in a tree. Kissing. Saika works for, of course you do. Of course you work for Yoko's Items and Misfortunes, which happens to be hiring. Ibuki's horrified when Junko goes to the job interview for it. However, hold on, Junko. We gotta talk. You either did this before or you already worked there. So did you get fired? Did you quit and then you decided to come back? Okay, Junko. I'll remember this. My hero raises Mitarai's hopes and then dashes them quite expertly. She was like, look, if I can do it, you can do it. And Mitarai's like, you're right. And then Mahiru's like, well, I've done it before, and well, I guess you still haven't done it, so maybe you can't do it. And he's like, oh. Paimon and Claude trade talents. Neither of them are ultimates, but I guess Claude's some sort of fairy thing now, and Paimon is cool. Claude's just the coolest cat of the... I guess she's a born leader now. And a uniter. Sonya hates how she acted in the past and is disgusted by what she did in the past. She wants to move past this phase of her life and actively become a better person. You love to see that. Maki and Kyoko play tricks on Mana while Dojima steals from her room. Mana notices what's going on and in a fit of rage, she takes them all out. Half of the tag team champions out of this one. Can they earn that block? It's a possibility. Haiji joins the Mistletoe Warriors, the group that's waging war against Mistletoe during any other month besides December. Well, Christmas magic dictated it's December now, Haiji, so it's kind of useless. Minamimoto tells Chie that he is a cardboard clone of Minamimoto created by Avi. Me. Well, maybe. Kana sprains her ankle while running away from Hajime. Nagito's allergies are so bad when he sneezes. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, it's May. He sneezes the arena back to April, a month ago. Ranger's phone calls. There's no caller ID. When Ranger picks it up, it's just Lawrence on the other line, insulting him. Edelgard holds Quark's head underwater. Quark grabs her arm, drags her into the lake. He's like, I've won gold in this series. If I'm going down, you're coming down with me. Kaede. But they couldn't kill each other, so they just swam away. Kaede, Munakata, Teru argue for which supplies to buy from Avi's Wares and Despairs, the greatest arena supermarket of all time. Akane wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Yukiko sits down next to her and has a talk with her. Yui finds Shuichi's hat, puts it on. Aiko, Samugi, Sarah, and the end play cards. Tiki reminisces about season 2. Genocide Jack accidentally blurts out the fact that she likes Kari in a non-platonic way. Kari declines the accidental confession, saying that, well, you're a serial killer. Calm down with that. Shoka offers to sell her friendship to Daddy. Shoka, that's a bad man. That's a bad man right there. But not in like the good. He's bad. He's just bad. He's a bad. That's a bad guy. That's a bad guy. Don't do that. Celeste puts cat ears on Ryoko. She's actually kind of cute. Razor cleans the kitchen with his new kitchen gun. Tenko's unknown sponsor is Asner of the 39th Dimension. Don't summon him. He's gonna move the set again. Takemichi makes a poem for Katoko. Kaito finds a violin and begins to play it horribly, much to Crazy Hiyoko, extra largest for frustration. So, reaches his hand towards the screen. The watcher isn't safe. Run! Fatsugami offers to sell his friendship to Turnip Boy, Rantaro. Plants flowers around Makoto's grave. Makoto screams from behind him, hello, I'm still alive! Rantaro says, for now. For now. Natsumi confesses how much she has come to hate Leone. Leone actually runs away crying. Kyutaro wishes for immortality. He's disqualified. You can't do that, my guy. Ningguang creates her own superhero identity and enlists Chihiro as her sidekick. Oda spends a date ticket on Nanai Chiaki. Sato drives up to Maki Donald's but wants to get an ice cream. Fortunately, the ice cream machine is working. How lucky. Peko teaches Dimitri some fighting moves. Little does Dimitri know that Peko's teaching him wrong as a joke. They're both skilled fighters. He has to know. He has to. Kizakura decides to lend Mia a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. That's my guy. Naoto steals a tray of Usami's freshly baked cookies. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Kokichi? 7. He is a member of the squad, and he's a decorated competitor in the Hunger Games. like that man's. Ruka reminisces about the year of the Ascent. For a moment, Monica thought that she saw Jonko Inomama. Impossible. That doesn't exist. It shouldn't exist. Seiko bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Tharja poisons Taka's drink. He drinks it and dies, and Hina severely slices Chisa with a sword at the very end there. It got pretty bloody. But let's not forget about the incredibly bloody first day that brings us to a total of 46 competitors. Gone in a moment's notice. And we have a Claire de Lune for them. Togami, Bennett, Vike, Mew, Shuichi, Joe, Izuru, Kai, Mo, Shinyan, Yasuke, Mukuro, Taichi, Leon, Jin, Kazuha, Mikan, Mai, Beat, Marco, Corey, Jotaro, Izuyoi, Alice, Monokuma, Crazy Yoko, Nagisa, Raiden Shogun, Iris, Mishima, Hisano, Hiro, Sakura, Kazuichi, Maya, Tenmyoji, Marie, Gonta, Kibo, Maki, Kyoko, Dojima, Kyutaro, Seiko, Taka, Chisa. It's still actually a pretty big game. We had 46 gone, but we still have 92. Yeah, that's a lot. We'll do a slow scroll. We always know that this one's gonna be a long one. This one in Meet the Teams, always a long one. But one of these teams will walk out of here as your new Agents of Chaos. It could be anybody, and they will have one of the most chaotic seasons of all time. Probably not as chaotic as, Endless Chaos, but it's got potential. It's got potential. As we go on, we see. Let's proceed. It's night one. Thinking quickly, Yukiko constructs a homemade gun using only some string, a squirrel, and a gun. Mana sings a romantic song to Daddy. When the two lean in for a tender kiss, Mana notices Claude filming them, which makes Mana shout at Claude. Thank goodness, Claude. I didn't want to see that happen. That's nasty. Himiko, Batsugami in the end, all have s'mores around the campfire. Nagito, yes, Queen Rantaro wants to pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. He could really use a wish right now. Wish right now. Wish right now. He is the Wish King, after all. Akane threatens Nakamaru with a good time. Fuyiko runs into Avi's wares and despairs and jumps on a giant Monokuma plushie. She falls asleep. Under the cover of darkness, Quark spies on Ranger. Kamaru attempts to sneak into the back room of Yoko's Out of His Misfortunes, gets seen by Gaius, an employee there. There's too many employees there, in fact. Pretty bad. Think they're overstaffed. So, slices of Makoto's eyes, he's blinded for the rest of the game, and so is Hina as Kanan does the same. Kokichi cries himself to sleep. Tiki hates Hajime so strongly she's created an anti-Hajime squad. How could you? Hajime's a good boy. Race is about to die, but Ibuki says that doesn't count. Mizuki, Mondale, and Yui spend all night making a treehouse together. The end product is, it's not very good, but the important thing is that they work together on it. Right? Yeah. Reiko catches Boss off guard, kills her boss. Boss. A shame. Yuta, Shiki, gosh, when I'm done Persona, there's gonna be a boss team. Yuta, Shiki, balcony, watching the stars together. Natsumi gets bonked on the head. Kana, Celeste, and Kaie Day discuss the games, what might happen in the morning. Turnip Boy gets distracted. The ghostly house of wolves wakes up Toko. Kei, Monica, Sato all find a button they watch in horrors. Kei presses that button. You've doomed us all, they say, expecting something bad to happen, but instead it's just the horn bearers appearing once again. Sato's even like, oh, that's what that button was. Sound them horns. Sato, I don't know why you were confused. Maybe it's because you're the World Pancake Champion that you were so confused. I don't know, that really shouldn't cause too much confusion. However, we must proceed. Sayaka fears Yuta. In fact, she fears all the Asahinos. Well, one of them's blind, and one of them is making, or just watching stars with Shiki. Cheating on me, probably. Tengen holds a secret meeting with Sonya, Naoto, Tenko, and Yosuke. Dimitri loves Samugi as much as Maki loves Kaito. Interesting developments. Peko enters Crazy Yoko, extra large's mind. Oh my gosh, it was a pleasant trip. Huh? Edelgard, Teruteru, and Mahiru successfully ambush and kill Chihiro, Kanji, and Chie. Dang, a big loss for Persona 4 there, and rest in peace to the ultimate. Kotoko looks at the nighttime sky. Sucrose turned out to be a clone of Hifumi. And Hifumi was the real Sucrose all along? I would have never known. I would have never guessed it. Ryoko steals Aiko's first kiss. George shouts from afar, was that a Justice reference? I mean JoJo reference. Ryoma's unknown sponsor is AV. Do I sense some bias here? I love Ryoma. That's my guy. Shoka, Takamichi getting onto a balcony, watch the stars together as well. Paimon battles Leone in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Paimon bashes Leone's head in with an actual rock. I don't think that's how you play. Daisaku somehow steals every item in Karia's camp without being noticed. Sarah holds a secret meeting with Kaito, Tharja, Munakata, and Haiji. Keiji hops into an inflatable cauldron, makes jokes about how his emergency foodie might have a problem. Usami has a dream of Genocide Jack winning. Is this a premonition? I hope so. Parsnip, snip snip. Ningguang, Lawrence have a pose off. Lawrence wins. Well, yeah, you know, I kind of believe that. I do kind of believe that. Ningguang, I believe she's got some poses, but Lawrence, he's just, I feel like he's got it covered. Kurumi receives a hack from an unknown sponsor. Ruruka chases Minamimoto. Minamimoto. I almost said Minamimaro again, and then my brain was like, stop, don't, take your time, Junko. Mitsurai trying to enforce a curfew. Noelle is unable to start a fire, sleeps without warmth. Someone get her a blanket. Kizakura gets distracted. Nani Achiaki and Fred become best friends after bonding over their shared love of 17th century sea shanties. Oda tries to treat his infection, and Juzo uses all of his mana coins to bow out Avi's wares and despairs for the day. Don't worry, we're gonna restock at night. We got a day 2. Yukiko is trapped in a box. Deadly poison every hour. Is she dead? Is she alive? When we proceed, we'll find out. Hifumi raises Shiki's hopes and then just dashes them, decimates them. Quite expertly, in fact. Fred and Juzo pool their money together to hire Toko, an assassin, to kill Ryoko. I mean, kind of. She's a serial killer. Well, half of her is. Ryoko's like, well, I'm richer than you guys. Pays Toko to kill them instead. Rest in peace to both Juzo and Fred. Mana and Karia insult one another after getting into a bloody fight. Damn. Kaito eats dirt. That's unhealthy, my guy. That's why you keep losing these games. That's why you keep losing these games. Stop eating dirt. Rantaro uses the spell to suck these others out of Teru, which works, leaving him literally dumbfounded. Oda investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Reiko is confused about why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. That's a lot of things happening. Edelgard, Kaito, and Nagito corner Peko, about to kill her, when suddenly she pulls out a grappling hook, uses it to escape. Yuta joins the Mistletoe Warriors. Nane, Achiaki, Himiko, the End, and Daddy make up the Alpha Team. This is a really weird Alpha Team, especially with Himiko as the confident yet dorky leader. Nane, Achiaki being you guys seem mixed up. Everyone seems a little bit mixed up. They do. The End is the transportation expert. Maybe that one could work. I feel like he fits better as the sharpshooter who thinks sarcasm is a personality trait. Nekomaru, Tharja, Daisaku, Sucrose raid Usami's camp while she's hunting. Keiji and Naoto play tricks on Hina while Mayu steals from her room. Well, Crazy Oak Extra Large uses the seesaw effect to kill Genocide Jack. You hate to see it. Tsumugi steps on a Lego brick while barefoot and she does perish. Crom shows Mitsurai his murder list. At the top is Mitsurai's name. It's in bold too. Someone get rid of Crom, please. I know he can do it. Please get rid of him. Let Mitsurai win, let him get close! Shoka convinces Kokichi not to kill her, only to kill him instead. Rest in peace to Kokichi. Haiji sets up an ice cream shack, no one comes. Oh, poor Haiji. Ningguang makes a Danganronpa rewrite where Tenkin's the protagonist. That has the potential to be kind of interesting. It does have potential. Monica does a sick kickflip. Sick! Makoto is making Razor angry. Makoto's not gonna like Razor when he's angry. Fuiko, Kana, Kizakura, Munakata, and Hajime hunt for other tributes. Noelle asks for Guy, says Axolotl. Guy pulls out a bucket. He's like, here you go, Noelle, check this out. And Noelle's like, it's so delightful, and they just have a good time together with the Axolotl. Junko reminds you, yes, you, dear viewer. Junko, stay hydrated. Much love. Mondo tries to spearfish with a trident. Cork uses a day ticket on Ruruka. Ibuki tries to become a beekeeper, but the bees aren't happy. Yikes. Kanan kills Katoko. She tries to run. Rest in peace to the preseason Princess. Sayaka confesses how much she has come to hate Dimitri. Dimitri runs away crying as well. Oh man. Kamaru gets a hold of my soundboard and plays the Ben 10 theme song. Is that on here? It is. No, this is the perfect 10. That's hilarious. Oh, there it is. There's 10 on here, and then there's Bent, and I was like, oh, 10, that's gotta be the right one. It started when an alien... Okay, let's keep going, though. Yui goes on a serial balloon popping spree. She's like, pop, 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 pop. I like that, Yui. So, Fat Togami, Karumi, and Kei join the Chad Septic Eye cult. Takamichi plants flowers around his campsite. Aiko receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a box of chocolates. Tiki trips on a comically placed banana peel and falls on her bottom. Lawrence gets drenched in honey. That's sticky right there. Sticky and dicky. Tinko attempts to strangle Turnip Boy, but awkwardly ends up massaging his shoulder. She's like, how do I strangle a turnip? Rangers and surprises. Sarah's made it this far. Mizuki finds a secret stash of pancakes that I hypothetically hinted at. Celeste finds a fedora. Sonia suddenly yells out, Celeste the platypus? Natsumi dies from an infection. Paimon uses her special attack, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. It did no damage on Minami Moto. Sato plays chess with death and wins, survives. George is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. I mean, we might as well play. No. Let's play a little bit. Yeah, play Ben 10 again. Why not? Yosuke steals from Clyde while he isn't looking. Akane starts planting seedlings in her garden. It is that time of the year, you guys. Ryoma hates how he acted in the past. Disgusted by what he did in the past, killing that entire group of the tennis ball, and he's like, I'm getting all of you. However, he wants to become a better person, actively become a better person. We did only lose 14. Not a big bloody day, but it is indeed a clear day loom 4. Boss, Chihiro, Kanji, Chie, Leone, Yukiko, Fred, Juzo, Genocide Jack, Samugi, Kokichi, Ibuki, Kotoko, Natsumi. And we have what, like 80 something? How many did we lose? I don't even remember how many we lost. I think it was 14. Yeah, because that brings us down to 78. We're in our 70s now. We're dipping down further and further. One arena event could cut this cast right in half. They could cut it down to your saving grace picks. I don't know what's gonna unfold, but I'll do a slow scroll and we'll see just who's left. In terms of teams that are completely out, who don't stand a chance anymore, there's not too many of them, I don't think. I think most teams at least have one person still in. Carry On is completely out. Pinky and the Brain's completely out. Eternally Internal's completely out. Himbros are completely out. Dang, sucks to them, sucks to suck. However, what does not suck is Tiki having 9 KOs. Oh my gosh, she's on a roll. But can she keep that roll up? We must go on, we will proceed, and we will see. Kurumi throws Ryoko right off of a cliff, and then she's like, oh, there hasn't been enough perishing yet, so she does the same thing to Usami, and she says, you know what, give me another one. Dimitri right off the cliff, she says, I think I got one more. Tinko right off of the cliff, Naoto, but before she does that, Kurumi's like, hold on, don't start that next event, I got one more in me. She does this, and she comes back, and she grabs a Monica, and chucks her right off of a cliff, don't you know? Thanks, Karumi. Oh no, wait, oh no! Naoto sings a lullaby to Edelgard. Himiko puts on a magic show. Kizakura pushes Peko into a tank of piranhas during the show. Himiko's like, why does this keep happening to me? Setsup camp for the night. Daisaku tends to Ifumi's wounds. Aiko says a swear word. Noel covers Nane Aichiaki's ears. I feel like it should have been the other way around. Maki grabs Hina by the throat. Oh no! Fatsugami submits an application to join the squad. I'll remember that, my guy. Cork finds a DDR machine and he drops it like it's hot. Kana questions her sanity. Fuiko dyes his hair red. I don't like that look. I don't think that's not gonna work for you, Fuiko. Stick to a different color. Different color. Maybe not red. Maybe a dark red. No, I'm really used to him. I'm really used to him with that hair color. Guys unknowingly eats toxic berries. Yuta panics and tries to cure him. Succeeds. Kanon is an international super spy. Mizuki accidentally sticks her hand in the campfire that she just made. Daddy has no more motivation. Mono reminisces about the year of the aviator. Maki grabs Maki's out here grabbing people by the throat left and right. Ibuki graces Haiji and Nagito for the rest of the game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know what Ibuki's grace can do? Minami Moto holds a secret meeting with Junko, Paimon, Tiki, and Tengen. Teruteru stays up all night to catch their mastermind. Celeste silently snaps Shiki's neck. Goodness gracious. Lawrence is unable to convince Crazy Yoko Extra Large not to kill him. Kaede finds a sleeping Mondo on the ground. She raises her hand. She says, "You can't see me." Dust off her shoulder, falls, punching Mondo right in the face. Razor steals. Rantaro steals Razor's first kiss, actually. Sato and Crom have a pose off. Crom, of course he's gonna win this one. He's the best poser there is. Sayaka, Mahiru, Yui, Turnip Boy, Takamichi get together and form an idol group. What is this idol group? I think it'll succeed for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it's gonna succeed. Yosuke. The unknown sponsor for Yosuke is Munakata? Who's in the game? Who would have thunk? The inn finds a big red button, presses it immediately. Unfortunately, the button was a bomb. Pressing it activated it. Tharja dyes her hair yellow. Tharja's a blonde. Feels weird. It just feels weird. Karia dyes his hair green. Also feels weird, but if it's like maybe a lighter green, it might work. You'd look like a stick of broccoli though. K receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Throughout the entire night, Keiji tells Nekomaru a bunch of useless fun facts. Ningguang gets a hold of my soundboard. You're struck down. No copyrighted music. How could you? Makoto submits an application to join the squad. Hajime snatches it out of his hand and rips it up. Hajime, we gotta talk. Sucrose goes to the love hotel with Reiko, but somehow ends up waking up next to Shoka. Ranger finds a big red button, presses it immediately as if he had a death wish. Much to his disappointment, the button doesn't do a thing. Claude tries to enter the secret underground casino located in the arena, but gets turned away by the bouncer. Sarah. This is an arena event now, actually. I added a couple arena events. I forgot to mention that. There's a couple new arena events that are in here. Hopefully some of them will pop up. Although, I think there was also one event in there that didn't pop up yet. Like, we'll talk about that at Clarity Loom time. Sarah cooks her food before putting out her fire. Mitsurai at least tries to treat his infection. Akane gets a hold of my soundboard and for the first time in a hot second plays Dire Docks. It's been a minute, but Ruruka and Kaito get lost in the coldest part of the arena. Sonya sets off an explosive, killing Ryoma and George. Oda and Komaru start prepping for Spooky Month by doing the spooky dance. Day 3 begins. Turnip Boy exclaims, "Not the Naegis," for no reason in particular. Ruruka hangs mistletoe in the arena. It's no longer December. This does not end well for Ruruka. Naoto spends the entire day walking around in shoes made of Lego. She is truly transcended beyond humanity. Nane-ai Chiaki investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Akane throws sand in the eyes of Hajime. Runs off. Daddy. Can't wait to kill Sayaka this game. Sato commits Sora. Sarah does a rain dance, summoning a thunderstorm. A random bolt of lightning strikes Paimon down. Takamichi embraces the power of positivity. Yuta, Noelle, Sonya come up with a complicated escape plan. Fat Togami gets drenched in honey. Sticky. Kana takes a sip of scalding hot tea. Proves too much for her. Spits it out into Mitsurai's face. Kana hangs mistletoe in the arena. It's no longer December. Once again, does not end well for Kana either. Yui thinks AV has an addiction to getting new addictions. Well, that's just a false statement. Gaius says something wrong and Ningguang calls him a foolish fool. Kizakura falls into a frozen lake and he does indeed perish. He drowns. Keiji, drenched in honey, that's sticky. Ranger gets a hold of my soundboard and said, "You know what? That's wrong, that's wrong." He plays Ben 10 again. Makoto becomes spherical! Spherical! Shoka doesn't believe in palindromes. Tharja, Teru, Rantaro trying to find the Triforce, but before they can distribute the powers evenly, Nekomaru kills everyone. He's got the whole Triforce for himself. He's dangerous. Daisaku, Aiko, Razor band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves, but Razor could have just talked to them. Celeste isn't surprised the Kurumi's made it this far, especially after that super kick party. K confides in Haiji. Haiji takes notes so he can exploit him later. Name a more iconic trio than Toko, Crom, and Mana. I'll wait. Hina confides in Tiki. Tiki takes notes so she can exploit her later. Tengen and Ifumi are sitting in a tree. KSSING. Sukro goes on a balloon popping spree, a serial balloon popping spree. Reiko is making Munakata angry. She's not gonna like him when he's angry. Crazy Yoko hands Komaru and Sayaka an invitation to her birthday party. They both tear it up before her very eyes. Much like Ben 10 could turn into an alien before your very eyes. But we must proceed. Court gets drenched in honey that's sticky. Me and Kaito, we go way back. Claude and Mizuki kiss under the mistletoe. Minamimoto starts to go insane. Junko, Mahiru build a shelter together. Both of them having conflicting ideas on interior design. Nagito drives up to Maki Donald's. That's a lot of people down there. Fortunately, the ice cream machine is working. How lucky! That is his luck. Or is not his luck sometimes. We'll have to wait and see. Himiko is confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. Mondo grabs a burning log, hurls it at Kaede's tent, setting it aflame, roasting Kaede alive. Yosuke catches Oda, crawled up in a ball, rocking back and forth. He's like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Seems like he's lost it. Edelgard, Karia, So, and Fuyuhiko make up the Alpha Team. This Alpha Team seems a little bit more on the nose. It seems a little bit more on the nose. Edelgard, the confident yet dorky leader, check. Karia, the explosive expert who doesn't think before he speaks. He does think before he speaks a lot, but I'm gonna check him off anyway. So, the transportation expert who thinks he knows better, I'm gonna check him off on that one. And Fuyuhiko, the sharpshooter who thinks sarcasm is a personality trait, check. That's our Alpha Team right there. That's the real Alpha Team. We found it. That's our model right there. We will proceed and we will go on. 19 gone. It is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Ryoko, Usami, Dimitri, Tenko, Monica, Peko, Shiki, Lawrence, The End, Ryoma, George, Ruruka, Paimon, Kana, Kizakura, Tharja, Teru, Rantaro, Kaie Day. We lost like 20. Yes, 59 left, just past 60, or just under 60. We still have higher hands Fuyuhiko trying to get the first ever block. Where's My Glove Stars, Karumi 5 KOs, Rock On trying to become 2-time Agents of Chaos, but so is the Hornbearers, Sato and Reiko. For Rock On, Sato for Hornbearers, y'all know. Selfless Saviors, Keiji. Been a quiet team, to be completely honest. Never had any, like, superb accolades, but maybe they're trying to change that today. In what could be their last appearance together. Hashtag Spoiled Stars, Oda, Wolfpack Stars, Razor, Brute Force with Mana, Corrupted Code, they're completely in. Never count them out. Oh my gosh, never count them out. Shorty Sleepover still around. Unlucky Adventure Team has Nagito, while managers have Kanon. To Be Me has Naoto, Cutting Words with Toko, Kiri, the KPA rather, Yui, Bob Squad, Mahiru, Cat Owner's Paradise, Celeste, Sinister Side, Sarah, Parsnip, Turnip Boy, Heart Healthy Diet, Fat Togami, Mama and Daddy, Stars and Daddy. Well-fed athletes completely in, surprisingly enough. The Apothecary with Sucrose, Identity Crisis still has Hajime and Kei. Kiss from a Rose stars Noel, Shatter Machine, Ningguang with 8 KOs, God Mode stars Yuta, Strong and Soft trio completely in. I think they might be the only trio completely in. Goodness gracious. United We Fall, both still in surprisingly enough. Manga Mayhem, Hifumi, and Komaru. Grand Scheme still sees Claude. We still have the Sugar Daddies for Gaius and Karia, Concealed Blades, Sayaka, and Edelgard. Royal Shepherds completely in. Unhinged Commanders have Munakata and Haiji. Sour Patch Kids still has Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Makoto, and Yosuke. Final Gambit, Retirement Home, Tengen, Accessorize, Ranger, The Mets, Nane Aichiaki, Mizuki, Anthropology, Aiko Shoka, The Mathletes, Minamimoto, and Quark, and last but not least, Takamichi and Tiki remain for Set of Pipes, but it is time to set this game in motion. 59 left, and we are well on our way to finding our next Agents of Chaos. Night 3 begins with Daisaku probably not being them, because Kurumi takes him out. Tried to convince her, it just didn't work. A starving Nane Aichiaki trades nearly half of her supplies for the champ's loaf of bread. Karia, Hina, Haiji discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Yui is just Hifumi's split personality given form. But isn't Hifumi just the real Sucrose? Does that mean Yui is just Sucrose's split personality given form? Huh? Yuta, bludgeons Tengen with... Is that Justice Hammer 1? We haven't seen that thing in ages! Komaru and So are trapped inside of a box. This event has been in for a little bit, I think. They decide to use their imagination to liven things up. Ranger can't decide whether Sucrose should live or die. Live, of course. Crazy Cultural Arts signs a petition to change American football to Yeet-Ball. You'll have to see that. Oda, Mahiru, Sonia get together to form a rock band. Himiko convince tax evasion. Keiji forces Tiki to... Oh no. Kill Kei or Daddy. She refuses to kill, so Keiji kills her instead. Keiji, how could you? That's Tiki. Aiko slices at Celeste's eyes. Celeste is now blind for the rest of the game. Sayaka, Claude, and Mana cheerfully sing songs together. Reiko finds an Etch-a-Sketch somehow and ends up breaking it in frustration, running away from Naoto. Takamichi twists his ankle, giving Naoto the opportunity she needed to take out the key to everything. Toko. In fact, I think that a small section just gave us the end of set of pipes. Goodness gracious. Toko goes directly to jail. Sato grabs Kokichi by the throat. Akane and Nagito cuddle together for the night. As soon as Akane falls asleep though, Nagito stabs her. Goodness gracious. Mondo finds an Etch-a-Sketch, shows Quark the portrait he made for Junko. Mondo was cheating on Quark with Junko the entire time. Oh my gosh. But also, oh my gosh, Hajime literally cuts off both of Nekomaru's arms. Razor, Yosuke, Munakata, Ningguang, and Edelgard track down and kill Gaius. Kanan destroys Turnip Boy supplies while he's asleep. Minamimoto sets a few more traps before returning to camp for the night. Kaito's gentle with Noel. Kaito, we're gonna have to talk. Batogami. Yes, queen. Mizuki finds a care package, unable to open it. Mitarai burns down my guy Mitarai. He swears it was an accident, okay, that's fine. But Shoka says that she saw Mitarai burn it down deliberately. Because I want Mitarai to win a game, I'm gonna just let it slide this time. It's not even that I believe he might have done it out of rage of me, but you know what, I'm gonna let it slide. Let it slide this time. Mitarai, you got one bye. Do it again and we'll be throwing hands. Makoto steals Sarah's first kiss, will proceed. And Komaru makes finger guns and pretends to shoot Hajime. The gun actually fires, shooting Hajime fatally. Claude, as an employee at Avi's Wares and despairs, prepares for the inevitable shopping raid. Kanan is ready for the year. The Haiji, I don't think many of us are, so gets drenched in honey. Sticky. Makoto impales Keiji with a machete. I like Keiji, but you know, that's for Tiki. I'm sorry. You had to get comeuppance for that one, Keiji. Crom sets Junko on fire with a flamethrower. Goodness gracious, Noel plays chess with death. She loses the game and loses her life. No. Death, you couldn't have let her win. Kurumi confesses how much she has come to hate Mondo. Mondo says the feeling's mutual. Nagito reminisces about season 1. Crazy Yoko attempts to strangle Kaito, but awkwardly ends up massaging his shoulder. She was never trying to strangle him. They were just given an entourage massage. The entourage massage. Mana goes hunting. Sato's allergies are so bad, she sneezes the arena all the way back to April. It's still April, isn't it? We already sneezed it back once. Sonya finds a handgun, fills it with holy water, fires it at Nekomaru, getting him wet. Ningguang. First aid kit from the comment section? Kei silently snaps Mitarai's neck. Kei, you didn't have to do it to him. Munakata and Fuyiko play tricks on Minamimoto while Sukro steals from his room. Daddy put cat ears on Sayaka. She's actually kind of cute? No, that's impossible. Hina and Quark work together to drown Reiko. Mahiru signs a petition to change Yeet Ball to football. Mahiru. I'll remember that. Razor is exposed to Yuta's sensitivity aura, but he's more emotional now. He's showing some real emotion. Mizuki. Unknown sponsor is Asner the 30th. Please don't mention him. He's gonna change the set. He already did it once. I'm worried. I'm scared. Himiko actually bursts out the fact that she likes Celeste in a non-platonic way. Celeste is like, no thanks, I don't like it that way. If Umi has balloons, Shoka comes and pops them. You love to see that. Sarah throws a coffee cup at Fat Togami. The scalding hot liquid kills Fat Togami. Goodness gracious, that's some hot coffee. Some do like it that hot. Let me tell you, Nane Achiaki takes a sip of tea. The scalding hot liquor proves too much for her, spits it in a ranger's face, but luckily it wasn't as hot as the coffee cup that Sarah had. Edelgard, Oda, Turnip Boy, Naoto talk about their hobbies. Karya confesses how much he has come to hate Aiko. Aiko kills Karya with his own weapon. Aiko's not playing games this time around, I guess. Yosuke cannot handle the circumstance and commits a murder. Yui's body is then found in a lake. Rest in peace to Yui, but we have 16 more gone. Another lump sum of competitors have met their demise, and we have a Clarity Loon fourth. Daisaku, Tenya, Tiki, Takamichi, Toko, Akane, Gaius, Hajime, Keiji, Junko, Noel, Mitarai, Reiko, Fat Togami, Karya, Yui. 46? 46. 46 wait, 43 competitors. What did we have before it? I thought we had 50. Oh, I'm incorrect. I just misremembered. Never mind. Never mind me. We still have 43 competitors, and they are Fuyiko. They're Kurumi, Sato, Oda, Razor, Mana, So, Himiko, Nagito, Kanan, Naoto, Mahiru, Celeste, Sarah, Turnip Boy, Daddy, Hina, Sucrose, Kei, Ningguang, Yuta, Nekomaru, Mondo, Kaito, Komaru, and Hifumi, Claude, Sayaka, Edelgard, Sonya, and Chrom, Munakata and Haiji, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Makoto and Yosuke, Ranger, Nane Achiaki and Mizuki, Minamimoto and Quark, Aiko and Shoka. A couple teams still have a partner left, but I got a gut feeling an arena event is about to come through here and just blow everyone out of the water. Are you ready to see something like that? You ready to see some insanity? Some macho madness? Oh yeah! It is night 4. This isn't macho madness, but it is Hifumi, Nekomaru, Mizuki, and Minamimoto finding a big red button. Hifumi presses it. They say you've doomed us all, but let me tell you, that's just the horn bearers. You know what they do? They sound the horns. As nobody does it better. Daddy gets a hold of my soundboard and struck down for playing copyrighted music. Sato attempts to climb a tree but falls to her death. That's the end of the horn bearers, hoping that they could get another one. Kei finds an Etch-a-Sketch somehow. After a few hours, creates a masterpiece. Apartment complex? Really? Munakata finds it quite simple. Did you know that a bank of Komodo dragons is called a... I'm sorry, a group of Komodo dragons is called a bank? Because Fuyuko pissed off a bank of Komodo dragons and got killed for his actions. This is why we need animal control. Sayaka acts cute. Oh. Mondo tucks Turner Boy in bed and gives him a goodnight kiss. So, Komaru and Ranger cheerfully sing songs together. Oda reminisces about the year of the horizon. Yuta is killed by a black mamba. You know exactly whose fault this is. This is why we need animal control. Sucrose destroys Sonya's supplies while she is asleep. Claude has a big red button. He finds it rather. Presses it immediately as if he had a death wish. Much to his disappointment, the button does nothing. Celeste sets up a rival store for Avi's Wares in Despair. Celeste, you're a member of the squad. I could have given you like stock in Avi's Wares, but you're just selling. Okay. Motivated by the money. Okay, I'll remember that. After losing repeatedly to Kanan in chess, Nagito tosses Kanan into the campfire. Nagito, it seemed like it was a little bit much. Ningguang sings a romantic song to Edelgard. How sweet. Shoko eats a sandwich to restore herself to full health. Naoto receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Avi remarks how well Crazy Yoko Extra Large is doing. Surprisingly, Kurumi dies instead. Oh yes, opposite day. Happy opposite day, you guys. Sarah, execute. Oh. Kaito gets distracted. Mana hits Aiko with some sweet chin music. Quark puts on a fancy suave top hat. It's real fancy. Haiji discovers Razor's body hanging upside down from a telephone pole. Nobody knows what happened, but Razor certainly isn't alive to tell the tale. Yosuke passes out from exhaustion. Hina and Chrom fight Makoto and Himiko. Hina and Chrom survive. Well, yeah, they are definitely more powerful than the other two in combat. And Himiko, maybe her mana was just depleted. It was depleted. Mahiru has no weaknesses. And Nani Achiaki wants to speak with the manager of Avi's Wares and Despairs. Oh, yeah, good luck with that. Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Claude, Haiji, Ranger, Sonya hunt for other tributes. Sucrose tells Aiko that she is a cardboard clone of Sucrose created by Avi. By me? Kaito receives clean water from unknown sponsor. Mayu is ready for the Year of the Komaru. I feel like Year of the Komaru has already happened. I really do. She's had some pretty good moments. Sayaka catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. Munakata stomps all over Chrom's garden, and now enraged Chrom murders him with a hoe and buries him in the garden. He cared about those flowers. Mana decides to lend Avi a hand, kills that Komodo dragon. You love to see that. Turner Boy kills Nekomaru and revives him as an undead minion. Kate accidentally blurts out the fact that he likes Ningguang in a non-platonic way. Oh my gosh. Ningguang says evil affection and kills Kei. Well, Sarah challenges Celeste and Nagito to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Sarah, very, very keen to the murderous ways in these games as of late for some reason. Celeste kills Nagito and earns entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Well, alright. Oda, Quark, awkwardly kiss underneath the mistletoe. Ah, Yosuke. Ah, Yosuke. Ah, Yosuke! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous tag team champions of the world and feel the power. It's hired hand. Yes, it is. And we hired, don't forget, I hired Fuyiko. He might be a part of the squad sooner or later. You're gonna wait and see. Daddy wants Avi to give Donuts a chance. Naoto and So, I kind of want to see Daddy and So as the final two. I kind of do. Insult each other relentlessly. Yeah, after getting to a bloody fight, Mondo wakes up, immediately has pancakes for breakfast. You're already in the World Pancake Championship Invitational, but you know what? Still got a lot of respect for you. Former World Pancake Champion, he still got that in his blood. He wants that title back. He wants to be the first ever two-time World Pancake Champ. Minamimoto sleeps the entire day. Nani Achiaki, as an employee of AV's Wares and Despairs, prepares for the inevitable shopping raid. Shoka uses Christmas magic to change the month back to December. Mizuki forces Hina to kill Edelgard or Hifumi. She decides to kill them both. Hina, it seems like we need to talk. 14 cannon shots. 14! Another chunk. And a Claire de Lune 4. Sato, Fuyuhiko, Yuta, Kanan, Karumi, Razor, Makoto, Himiko, Munakata, Kei, Celeste, Nagito, Edelgard, Hifumi. With that, we lost a lot of teams. We lost a whole lot of teams. The first team now completely in is, or not completely in, but in it all. Oda. Mana's still around. So still remaining. Naoto from 2B Bob Squad's Mahiru. Sarah from a Sinister Side. Parsnips, Turnip Boy. Mom and Daddy still has Daddy. Well-fed athletes with Hina. Ningguang still remains for Shatter Machines, but so does Sucrose for the Apothecary. Strong and Soft still has 2, Nakamaru and Mondo. Kaito's trying to not fall unitedly. Manga Mayhem still has Komaru. They could still be Agents of Chaos. Never count out Komaru either. Grand Scheme still has Claude trying to scheme for Kokichi. Concealed Blade, Saika. Royal Shepherds completely in still, Sonya and Crom. Haiji for the Unhinged Commanders. Yosuke for Final Gambit. Sour Patch Kids, Crazy Oko Extra Large, still around. Ranger, Accessorize. The Mets still have Nani Achiaki and Mizuki. Mathlete still have Minamimoto and Cork. And Anthropology has Aiko and Shoka. Those two have, the final few teams rather, have not really been touched. And especially as we only have 29 people left. Almost a standard size game. Shenanigans might ensue. Let's see how many people perish on this next day on night 5 as Hina lets Cork into her shelter. Nani Achiaki apparently got my jinx my jinx sense when I was like, those last 3 teams, nothing's happened to them in a hot second. She gets bitten by a black mamba nearly immediately. You know whose fault that is. Kind of mine this time, kind of my fault. Sayaka thinks about winning? Sayaka is the Agent of Chaos? Oh, I don't know about that. A Ranger accidentally sticks his hand in the campfire he made. Turnip Boy and Nakamaru sing some show tunes. Hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal. Naoto, bleeding out. Thankfully she receives fresh blood from an unknown sponsor, Mizuki Claude, Sonya, Komaru, Mahiru, and Idol Group. I see it. I see this one actually. And I believe it. Haiji is drinking hot chocolate. It's so good, Haiji doesn't stop until he dies from a sugar overdose. Aiko, Daddy, they both take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis. Before going to sleep for the night. Sarah latches on to Sucrose's back and blows herself up to protect Mondo despite her best effort. Sucrose actually survives the blast. Ningguang receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Maki grabs Yosuke by the throat. Mondo loads his shotgun with a physical form of murderous intent. Shoka accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Oda reminisces about Season 7. So dies of dysentery. Minamimoto, Crazy Oko Extra Large, and Kaito work together on a shelter that Crazy Oko Extra Large secretly rigs with explosives. When Minamimoto and Kaito go to sleep, she sneaks out, detonates the bombs. Well, that's sad. Crom dyes his hair orange. Weird, but not the worst look. We'll proceed to day 6. Oda commits Sora. Sucrose chases Mondo around with a mace. Good for you. Ranger dies from hypothermia. Claude decapitates Mondo with a sword. Oh, Sonya. Oh, Sonya. Oh, Sonya. Don't you dare be sour. Clap for the hired individual who won the tag team championships for the squad. And don't forget the squad member herself feeling a little cocky these days. Clap for them and feel the power. Hired hand. Yes, it is. Chrom still planting flowers around his campsite. Chrom has really been focused on the nature of this episode, and I'm really here for it. Aiko finds the Infinity Gauntlet, doesn't have the Infinity Stones with it, so she just beats Ningguang to death with it. Well, Cork does a super sick kickflip, but fails the landing, falls flat on his face. Nekamaru. Nekamaru. Ah, Nekamaru! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for the squad famous champions of the world in tag team action, and feel the power. It's hired hand. Yes, it is. Kid diverts Daddy's attention and runs away. Crazy Yoko Extra Large and Naoto have a picnic on a cliff. Crazy Yoko Extra Large uses this chance to push Naoto off of a cliff. Turnip Boy says something wrong and Sayaka calls him a foolish fool. Yosuke. Mahiru play cards. Yosuke loses all of his life points and is killed for it. Mizuki and Komaru build a shelter. Both of them have conflicting ideas on interior design. We lost a dozen. A dozen folks are gone, and I believe that brings us down to 17. And after this, Claire de Lune 4, Nane Achiaki, Haiji, Sarah, Shoka, So, Minamimoto, Kaito, Ranger, Mana, Ningguang, Naoto, Yosuke. We'll see everybody's statuses. We're down to 17. Hashtag spoiled. One of these teams will be the Agents of Chaos. Oda's still around. Bob Squad still has Mahiru. Dang, it's a big jump until Mahiru and the Bob Squad. Parsnip still has Turnip Boy. Mama and Daddy still has Daddy. Well-fed athletes with Hina. The Apothecary still around. Sucrose hasn't really done anything. She's just been vibing out this game. Can she vibe to victory though? Strong and soft Nekamaru, former champion of champions. Mondo, former pancake champion. And former tag team champion actually. Interestingly enough, huh. We'll keep going though. And Daisaku, former Agent of Chaos. Komaru's still around for Manga Mayhem. She's really done it all except for the Pancake Championship and being an Agent of Chaos. Grand Scheme still has Claude. Concealed Blades with Sayaka. Royal Shepherd still have Sonya and Chrom. Both still in, surprisingly enough. Sour Patch Kids has Crazy Yoko Extra Large, who's starting to rack up a kill count. The Mets still have Mizuki, the Mathletes have Cork, and Anthropology has Aiko. As you remember last time when I was like, nothing's happened to these last three teams. They each lost a member, and that's the power of the Jinx, baby. 17 remain, 7 more into your saving grace picks. Let's see what unfolds as we proceed. Aiko and Mahiru. The rest of this event is not welcome in a school environment, but do they survive? That is the question. Mondo asks Oda, what are you? Oda responds with death and then kills Mondo. Turnip Boy challenges Sucrose to a dance-off. Turnip Boy actually, he dominates. You know Turnip Boy's got the moves. You know he can get down. Chrom sets up camp for the night. Sonya, Nekamaru, Daddy enter a scrum with Komaru, Hina, and Mizuki. They argue about V3's ending. Claude tells Crazy Yoko Extra Large, this is great. It's just you, me, and this brick wall that you built between us. Cork dyes his hair orange. Not a bad look. Sayaka's unknown sponsor is Avi. Do I sense some bias here? I sponsored her with explosives, hoping that they would explode on her. I can hope, am I right? I can hope. I don't think it's feast time yet, but is it? It is. It is. And the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, memoirs from the tribute's families. Crazy Yoko Extra Large literally falls into a pit and perishes immediately. Sonya decides not to go to the feast. Cork severely slices Hina with a sword. Rest in peace to Hina and the well-fed athletes. Nekamaru grabs some rations. Chrom decides not to attend the feast. Komaru takes waffles from the cornucopia solely to spite me. You're really still mad about this whole squad versus Manga Mayhem squad, the best tandem? Yeah, okay. Alright, I see. Komaru, we can throw hands, I promise. Oda and Turnip Boy steal a tandem bicycle from the cornucopia. They're gonna ride off together into the sunset, I tell you what. Sucrose decides not to attend the feast. Mizuki throws a knife into Daddy's chest. Claude and Sayaka also decide not to attend the feast. We're down, we're getting down even lower, because here we go. Komaru and me, you know what? I always say I love Ultra Despair Girl, so you know what we do? We do. Me and Komaru, even though you literally just spited me with waffles, we go way back. Mizuki puts on a pair of stutter shades, increasing her aesthetic level tenfold, making Sucrose and Sayaka envious. Oda tries to steal Avi's pancakes, but Turnip Boy caught him and killed him. That's my boy, Turnip Boy. In fact, you know what you just earned, Turnip Boy? entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Oddly enough, Turnip Boy, are you already in the? Are you in the? I think you're in the regular championship match, aren't you? You sure are. Turnip Boy could walk out or walk into season 11 with every single title and be the Agent of Chaos. I don't. That would be an interesting start to the season. Just Turnip Boy, Turnip Boy, Turnip Boy. Although the World Pancake Championship, unless a lot of people enter over the next couple of episodes, will not be happening right at the start. Crom joins the Balloon Protection Squad. Nekamaru and Claude. I'm sorry, Crom, Balloon Protection Squad. Nekamaru and Claude split up to search for resources. Cork's phone rings. There's no caller ID. When he picks it up, it's Sonya on the other line. Insulting will proceed once again. We lost 7. Brings us down to the perfect 10. The perfect 10. So after this, Claire de Lune 4, Aiko, Mahiru, Mondo, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Hina, Daddy, Oda. And let me just double check, make sure I can count. I can count! That's crazy! That's crazy! I can count. I love counting. Hey, we got 10 folks left. I don't know how many teams are left, actually. I think it might be 10 folks, 9 teams. 10 people, 9 teams, correct. 10 people, 9 teams, 1 potential Agent of Chaos unless there's a tie. I think it's time we find out who. By proceeding... No, wait, it's your final 10, isn't it? That's when you actually make some new picks, because your first picks were jank and terrible. I'm going to tell you that they were. You don't have to tell me that your picks were jank and terrible. I know. Mine were too. Let's make some... saving grace picks. As we look on, we see Turnip Boy for Parsnip. Although they were a part of my original picks, so maybe my picks were not too jank and terrible. Maybe they were the opposite of jank. Maybe they were unjank. The Apothecary sees Sucrose carry on for Seiko. Nekamaru's still around for Strong and Soft. Manga Mayhem Komaru's like, look, we didn't quite do it last time, let's try and do it this time. Claude for the grand scheme, trying to carry on for Kokichi, get him into the other finale. I'm sorry, the other premiere rather. Concealed Blades Saika. She wants some glory in this series. Royal Shepherds are holding off together as a team. Will they be able to work together and win this one? Or they could honestly miss it. They could not get into the final 6. That's a possibility. Will it happen? I don't know. The Mets still have Mizuki, and the Mathletes still have Cork. Make your picks. First, second, third. I will make mine as well. I gotta stick. And before I say that, make them in the comments. Make them in the comments. Reply to your comment, comment on your comment. Do whatever you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. You know what to do. First place for me, though, I gotta stick with Parsnip. They were the ones, I gotta believe in them. I really do. Parsnip for first. I believe in them. Give me Concealed Blades for second. Not as you know, a jinx. I just, and this is just me taking a step back and looking at everything, looking at it unobjectively. So, I'm just like, Saika, she deserves a little something. A little something. Do I want her to hold gold? Absolutely not. But to become Agent of Chaos, I was like, maybe she earned that. Maybe she can have a little bit of that. So you know what? I'll take that for her. I'll take Agent of Chaos Saika. Also, winning this game ensures that your team stays together. That's also something that's important to point out. Because other than that, other than the champions and the Agents of Chaos at the start of Season 11, everyone else fair game to be split up. For third, though, give me the Royal Shepherds. I do like that team. I kind of like all the teams that are left, if I'm being completely honest. But beggars can't be choosers. If I had to really pick, I'd be like, United We Fall, Agent of Chaos. That just fits. They were like, we're done. We're sick and tired of losing. We're going to force the champs to lose their titles and see how that feels. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your final 10. 9 teams left. The next 3 teams that are out will not make it to that Season 11 premiere. But I can tell you, the 10 who are left, Turnip Boy, Sucrose, Nekamaru, Komaru, Claude, Saika, Sonya, Crom, Mizuki, Cork, all still going strong, hearts racing at the same speed, the same pulse as that of a samurai woman. let's end this one. Let's see who will reign chaos. We see Night 7 as Komaru puts her trust in Chrom and allows herself to fall backwards. Chrom actually catches her. Komaru says, "I trust you with my life, my guy. Trust you with my life." In a team building exercise, Nekomaru and Claude tell each other what they hate about one another. Sonya starts a factory that mass produces mistletoe. Is that a threat? Sucrose hugs Sayaka. Sayaka doesn't like it and she kills her for it. Cork and Mizuki track down and kill Turnip Boy. My guy, Turnip Boy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Turnip Boy. However, interestingly enough, we are down to 7 teams. For the Royal Shepherds to be out of championship contention, they would both have to die before anybody else. It is good. It's looking great for them right now. But next round might not look so good for anybody, especially as Sayaka sees smoke rise in the distance and decides not to investigate. Mizuki smells a rat. Chrom and Komaru play tricks on Nekomaru while Cork steals from his room. Nekomaru notices what's going on and takes out everyone in a fit of rage, which means Chrom is gone first. But that doesn't matter because Sonya's still in. Komaru would be gone next, which means she would just miss out on the final 6, wouldn't she? She would just miss out on the top 6 for Manga Mayhem. Dang, that must suck for Manga Mayhem. However, we will continue. That means Quark and the Mathletes do make it. Good on them. And then Sonya tells Claude that he's not a clown, but the entire circus. We will go on to a Claire de Lune. We lost half of the field. Half of our top 10. And that brings us one step closer to Agents of Chaos. But first, a terrible turnabout for Sucrose, Turnip Boy, Chrom, Komaru, Quark. Mathletes and Quark do make it, as well as the rest of the final 5. So we see the Mathletes, good on them, good on them. But as we see everybody else's statuses, scroll all the way down. Everyone's still like the first. It's so weird seeing so many people, but the first person who's still left all the way down here, Nekomaru, strong and soft. Nekomaru has been an agent of chaos. Nekomaru wants that same glory. Claude and the grand scheme. Could Kokichi, one of the things that he's never done in the series before, be an agent of chaos? He's been singles champion, tag team champion. Could he be an agent of chaos today? Concealed Blades Sayaka has never really held anything of significance in the series. Could that be biting at her after all of her wins, after all of her glory? Could this be biting at her inner soul, the Royal Shepherd? Sonya is still around as well. Sonya, also a lack of notoriety in the series. She's been the sheep wrangler. She's won so many times in a single season. You remember that, and you think she's earned it, but can she earn chaos today? I'm not certain. But I'll tell you what, it's all about the Mets, baby. Love those Mets, but will the Mets be a little bit chaotic this season? I don't know, but it's your final 5, and it's Mizuki for the Mets, Concealed Blade Sayaka, Royal Shepherd Sonya, Grand Schemes Claude, and Strong and Softs Nekomaru. All caught in our final 5, a moment we like to call a chaotic crisis of fate. 5 competitors, 1 agent of chaos. Unless it's a tie, or unless, you know, there might be a tie, who knows. That happens sometimes. We will proceed them, and we will see. Is it over? No, it's not over. Nekomaru burns down Avi's wares and despairs. Nekomaru swears it was an accident, but Sonya says she saw him burn it down deliberately. I kind of believe her. But Nekomaru's a part of the squad, so of course I'm gonna believe him more. Why would he do that to me? He wouldn't. Sayaka dies from hypothermia. Rest in peace to ya, Sayaka. Mizuki finds a discarded dimensional scythe. Although it's lost its ability to open portals to the despair dimension, it works very well for slicing Claude to pieces. Rest in peace to Claude. However, he will be fighting for those championships, and so will Sayaka. But we are down to our final 3. It is Strong and Soft, Nekomaru. It is, oh my gosh, Daisaku could be the 2nd ever person to hold singles Agent of Chaos and tag team Agent of Chaos. That's interesting. That's wild. That's something that I didn't point out that is absolutely a fact that could happen. Strong and Soft. We have Sonya for Chrom and the Royal Shepherds, and we have Mizuki for Nane Aichiaki and Kyutaro, the Mets, baby. Let's go on, let's proceed, and we will see. Does it end? It does not. But Mizuki puts an end to Daisaku's dreams of holding chaos again, back to back. Mizuki bashes Nekomaru's head against a rock several times, and Sonya exclaims, "Not the Naegis!" for no reason in particular. We lost 3, and that leaves us with 2. The final 2, and it's a terrible turnabout 4. Sayaka, Claude, Nekomaru. Sonya, Mizuki. 2 competitors. 1 goal, being the agents of chaos. I bet you're wondering who it's gonna be. Don't just wonder, you tell me just who. It will be Sonya, Mizuki. Sonya and the Royal Shepherd. Sonya has seen such glory. She's already in that singles premiere, and she got so close to being champion. She's had sheep to her name. She's had so much glory in the season, but she's never held gold. Is that going to be biting at her? Is that going to warp her mind? Is she going to be agent of chaos with fairly newcomer Crom? Or is it all about the Mets, baby? Nane Aichiaki leads the Mets. Kyutaro is our home run hitter, and Mizuki's such a great all-arounder. She can pitch like no other, but can she pitch this idea to me? The Mets as the agents of chaos? I don't know. I'd be happy either way. With the Royal Shepherds. With the Mets. 1v1 Sonya v Mizuki. Agents of chaos. One will win, the other will fall unless they decide to share it. Or unless they both perish. 2 competitors, 1 goal, and the outcome that you've been waiting for. Between the Royal Shepherds and the Mets, we see that it's all about the Mets, baby. Mizuki ties Sonya to a rocket and launches it into outer space. I want to really cheer for the Mets, but like, Sonya has really been getting so close but so far a lot recently. But I cannot, hold on, let's, okay, so hold on, first and foremost, hey, it's your winners, your winners. It's season 11. With the new rules, you might think that, hey, it's all about chaos. You'd be mistaken. Anyone who's anyone knows it was never about the chaos. Nane Aichiaki knew it was never about the chaos. Kyutaro knew it was never about the chaos. And Mizuki, your winner, knew it was never about the chaos. It was all about the Mets, baby! Love those Mets, and they are your winners and your new agents of chaos! The Mets had a home run, baby!
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
I'm sated.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
But give me that, thank you. Let's go, Mets! Okay, we'll proceed. Hey, the Mets win. Let's go, Mets. Gotta love the Mets. I told you the Mets have been having a good season. Now the Mets are really having a good season. Mets win. Love those Mets. Agents of chaos. Oh, Royal Shepherds, 2nd place. Congratulations to you. Strong and soft. Pretty decent game. 7 KOs, Nekomaru. Claude for the grand scheme. Only 1 KO, but he made it far. He made it so, potentially, Kokichi could hold that tag team title again. Could be a 2-time tag team champion. It's been a while since he's held some gold. Sayaka. She tried to do it. She really did. But she's gonna go on to that tag team championship match. And it could be the Mets going after the concealed blades. It's a possibility. But lastly, we see Cork for the Mathletes. Cork, honestly, he's been a sleeper pick in this series. He's been a sleeper pick. He's the Brainiacs champions. The Mathletes could be champions as well. In fact, Yasuke, the Danganronpa character in that team, is the only character on that team who hasn't held tag team gold. Dang, that's true. Goodness gracious. However, looking back, you have to remember the top 2 people in this episode who are not already in the singles premiere actually do make it on. Mizuki, somehow, someway, finds herself an opportunity of a lifetime. Sonya, as we've already mentioned, already in that match, which means representing the squad. Nekomaru didn't do the best when you guys put him in. But now he's earned his spot in. Will he make the most of it? Or will things go awry? I'm not entirely certain. But we will see. Komaru, Manga Mayhem in 7th. They were really, really close. Royal Shepherds, low-key, I thought they had it. I really did. Turnip Boy, Parsnip, always a place in my heart. And Sucrose for the Apothecary, rounding off your top 10. But in terms of like top 10 teams, hashtag Spoiled was that 10th team. Congratulations to them. We will scroll down. We'll take a peek at everybody. Look at all these people. And we'll look at the stats. We'll look at who got the most kills. I think the most KOs, just like on spot checking, was Ningguang. I think she had 10. Someone else might have had more than 10, but Ningguang, she kind of popped off right at the beginning, and then she got a couple more kills to her name. Ningguang, don't count her out, never count her out. In this massive game of 138, we will proceed. It all started with Boss taking out Togami, but it all ended with Mizuki telling everybody that it was all about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets, but we won't dally for too long. The Mets on top is what I've secretly wanted it all season, but now, all about the Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. Yes, Ningguang had 10, Tiki had 9, Tiki. I don't know if Setup Pipes will be back, but I know all 3 of the characters will be back. I kind of want other teams to shine with those 3 characters in specific, to be completely honest. Hifumi's got 8, Nekomaru with 7, and going on to that premiere, 6 for Hina, Karumi, and Mahiru. Crazy Hulk Extra Large, 5. Mizuki also had 5, 4 for Celeste, Crom, Edelgard, Sarah, 3 for Mata, Quark, Teru, 2 for Aiko, Azuru, Keiji, Nagito, Sonya, Takamichi, the Key, Toko, and Yosuke. Everyone else had 1 or none. That is the game. Carry on. Last place. They usually have it kind of rough, I'm not gonna lie, but we will go back to the reaping. Your brand new Agents of Chaos, the Mets, baby. It was the 5. It was the 5, you guys. Stay classy. Year of the Zenith. Toon Link, Dave, Anomaly, and Anomaly Cars. Tomorrow's Singles Agent of Chaos episode, and this Sunday, OC entries open up again, as well as a doubleheader. 1 long episode to determine your tag team OC Agents of Chaos and your singles OC Agent of Chaos for OC action. I'm excited for it. It's a free-for-all too. Or it's 2 different free-for-alls. Everyone who's not already in the premiere, for both of those episodes, that is correct. As well as a chance, because they too have the opportunity to earn the block for that championship division. So far, there's no block. Hired Hand couldn't get the job done, which means chaos will reign, chaos will reign. We'll have to wait and see. Will it? I don't know. Well, we'll see. Will the block be earned tomorrow, though? I'm not certain. Stay classy. Singles Agent of Chaos determined tomorrow in Orteal. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thanks for watching.